very Abed favored. I don't think we can lie about that. It was a little bit of an out skill, and this is now where Shaggy needs to step up to the plate. Because if this puck has a good game, this puck is going to reign supreme. There are not enough reliable stuns to truly lock down a puck. So yeah, it's I've got a lot of eyes on Shaggy doing well.
Look at Abed here. And again, that is the pressure, right? Is that Abed, world-class player. Shaggy, very well known in the NA region, but still, has yet to make his mark on the international scene. So you've got to be feeling a bit of pressure. So Abed, again, he was scouting, and they'll find themselves now here. They've got plenty of damage, so Crit will get the first blood, and EG will start off strong.
That was actually so smart from Abed. Like, the way in which he positioned himself behind that single tree. Oh my, that was...
What a camera angle.
Wait, who was it? Is that Arteezy?
That's Arteezy, yeah.
Hair Teasy.
Hair Teasy.
Beautiful. But yeah,
like his headbands.
Oh yeah, it was like the
little ball, the pom-poms.
Yeah, the pom-poms, yeah. Maybe that's why EG didn't win game 1.
Oh, they lost their sacred relic, so to speak.
To find a new one. But yeah, I think the fact that Abed was behind that single tree, orbing into the high ground where the normal smoke normally goes to, that just gave just enough vision for then obviously EG to wrap back around. So yeah, I don't think many other heroes can actually make that play where you're getting vision from there. So yeah, really cool stuff from Abed.
All right, well, again, pressure is on.
How big is that spray?
It's a massive spray.
Did they increase them from last time, or are people just really filling out the pictures?
They might just be filling up all the space. I think it's the same size. I could be wrong, though.
I guess it is, because that is obnoxious.
My favorite is, I forget which team was using it, but they took the spray and they put it so it looks like they were holding up the tower. Did you see that one?
Yeah, that was, it was Schwan with the Aegis. But then
perfectly
I think it was Tundra that placed it perfectly on the tower. Yeah, it was an absolute banger.
So, I mean, this lane down here, especially when you have the Enchantress, is really designed to try to win it, right? It's just the fact that you can hit the impetus and take down a courier while you're at it, so Zero's not going to have that.
Keeping back to tower as well. Does he have the region for this? Yeah, he has a south, okay. But yeah, very much when you have an Ench Luna lane against a Tidehunter, you are looking to dominate this lane. You're looking to try and bully out the Tidehunter quite early on. But that's also, yeah, here we go. But also, Willow and Tide is pretty potent in itself. I think the main reason why Black and Yellow should be okay in this lane is because the fact that Ench had the south herself very early on, which then means Luna now has the south herself, region department, Tony Tangos now. So I think there is a small period in which Black and Yellow can be a little bit dominant, but when Ench hits level 2, starts going to get the creeps coming back in, that's when it can be a bit dangerous. So much action happening.
I know. The middle lane's like, oh god, we can't miss this. But then in the bottom lane, Jarek's getting very, very low. Which lane is it going to be?
I mean, if we keep talking about this bot lane, then they're going to miss the kill. So we can,
it's going to be mid, though, right? Like,
rig it.
If we're looking at bot lane, we're just going to throw off our poor observers.
I mean, High Shaggy was going a little bit aggressive there. Of course, in the Void Spirit Puck matchup, should go pretty well for Void Spirit. Until maybe Puck hits higher levels, gets coil with a rotation, then you get the kill. But, early on, with the fact that you have the Resonant Pulse, you're a melee hero, you're always inside it. But
well, I mean, it's also one of those things, too, is like, this is one of Shaggy's, like, most known heroes. I would say his Ember's probably the top, next is Void Spirit, because they do function very similarly. So he's going to know the limits of how he can push this hero.
I mean, I think as a region, NA, all their players just play Void Spirit mid, right? Got Quinn, got Abed, got Shaggy.
I mean, I think most mid players, period.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just play the Spirit Brothers mid.
I'm trying to think of like the best. Like, what's the best hero for these players? Oh, I guess Ember Spirit. Yeah, it's all spirits, actually. Yeah. Can't wait for a patch to get rid of the spirits.
What do you want to see in that mid lane?
Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden mid. Oh, Lord.
Chen. Meepo. To be fair, I
wouldn't mind a Meepo.
No, I kind of
Cheapo's been asking for that forever now.
I mean, yeah. Meepo's kind of a lost hero. It's kind of like the Spirit Breaker of like every patch until it gets, a little bit better.
It all comes down to Spirit Breaker with you. Jerax, though, juking around a little bit. Doesn't want to get hit any further. He's going to put some more damage over onto now. They have to lose the beam, and they'll be able to get the kill on the Dark Willow for a second time. Zero also taking a lot of damage. I don't think they have quite... Oh, maybe they do, actually. They're going to chase them right down underneath the tower, and they need one more hit there.
Well. Go back to
And now Jerax will suicide to the tower, come back full health. Amount rises, though, sitting so low. Jubei, too. I feel like Nightfall just starts running after him. Yeah, look, this got the solve. Cookie Hop. All the action breaking out. EG heading back with a vengeance in this game number 2.
And just to give some context to that top engagement as we look to bot, it's Nightfall with the level 2 in the Scorched Earth. He has the Frost attack. That is the Ghoul, the slow. So all he did was he clicked the hero once and would just run around in circles with the Scorched Earth, doing that damage with Snapfire throwing in spells on top. And they nearly killed the Medusa off, but yeah, that's actually really, really annoying. Like, just here it is. Ready?
There it is, Cookie Hop.
Tricky little float.
And just whack away over on Rises. It's a good slow here for a moment, but Rise is still ticking down to this damage. Needs one more hit, one more tick, and they'll find Rises in the tree line. Crit trying to get this courier too, but not gonna go for the dive.
Yeah, that one right click with that move slow. It's like the Medusa lost like 70 move speed. You're basically just...
She's already so slow.
You're standing still at that point, and you apply that with Scorched Earth. You either have to TP out or just right click and stand strong.
Oh, Jubei.
This
is the same thing. It just keeps happening. Although Crit taking a lot of damage here from the tower.
Nice redirect.
But yeah, no, Rise is not going to be able to finish him off. So this top lane is a bit of a disaster for the side of black and yellow. Bottom lane, looks like Jerax accepts his fate. With that curse crown, I go, oh, the courier though, that's the boots for this Luna. Those are pretty important.
Wait, okay, oh. Sorry, I thought Ench's courier died there. I was like, uh-oh, wait, what? But no, I was looking at something different. Oh, God.
Yeah, Rise's courier also falling because Crit does chase after it this time around.
So yeah, Ench can just TP back into bottom. The good old-fashioned bring in more regen. Again, it's another thing that we're kind of looking at to potentially change in the future, the idea of force feeding your carry multiple salves.
I don't think it's force feeding. I think it's them opening their mouth saying, Mama, please.
Yeah, like a bird feeding their young.
Exactly.
Jerax pours the salve into the, yeah.
I heard that that Gremlo has to do that for Pale Horse constantly, or else he cries.
I mean, I think most carry players naturally cry anyways. It's the mental fortitude of the supports often carrying their cause through the games. As a support player, I can say I have had to babysit many a carry player, just like Jerax will be babysitting RTZ in their TI run this year.
Can't think of a better babysitter though, honestly.
Yeah, top lad.
Rises.
Where's his babysitter?
Yeah, he's just gonna get solo killed here by Nightfall. That's not supposed to happen. And that was the TP coming out from Shaggy too that he's not gonna have. They do get a consolation kill over on Jerax. He was very far forward here, but
I legit haven't seen a Doom with Frost attack be this annoying. Normally it's been like, you know, the armor from the ogre, or from the what's it called, the ice armor, or some some clap. But I've not really seen this passive be so disruptive in a game, or at least in a lane at least. But yeah, it is working wonders right now. And because of this, Medusa, due to the fact that Doom is level 6, even though Doom doesn't have Doom, Medusa's respecting the fact that Doom could have Doom.
Very eloquently said, Tiga.
I've been
They say that Englishmen don't have the skill anymore.
I really don't. Why am I here? I don't know.
I think you're doing wonderfully.
Thank you, Moxie.
You're welcome.
You're doing great too.
We can see our Tour of the Farmer on both screens here.
Which one's more efficient though? I think the one in the bot.
The one that's actually hitting things, I think, is more efficient. The other one's just the spray on the ground.
Whoa! Don't talk about the spray like that.
It's just a lovely spray, but it's not the best farmer.
That is true. I do look forward to when a team buys the EG fan pack and applies the spray to a high ground after putting RTZ on said high ground.
I don't know if Jubei can stay here anymore.
I mean, technically he dies, but also I don't think EG cares about killing an ogre at this point.
I don't know. Nightfall really seems to want him.
Oh, he hasn't juked. Oh, he has juked.
Ooh, okay.
Cheeky.
All right. He's got his dancing shoes on.
Oh, he's hiding.
Nightfall.
Will he smell it out? No.
He doesn't. And I feel like that ogre is a very smelly lad, much like Jenkins.
Very pungent.
Dire are scanning.
Bless him. Bless both of them, actually. So now we see Tidehunter chipping away, skipping the waves bottom, hitting away the tower, but that is because, you know, Luna naturally goes towards the jungle, which does open up some aggression, and EG this time doesn't have a hero that can naturally sit down here. You might argue Edge could, with a creep start skipping the waves, but again, not in position because he's actively trying to fight across the map rather than defend the tower. Medusa.
Ooh, oh, this is very costly. The teleports are coming out, though. Shaggy will be able to drag back over onto Abed. Oh, those are some moves.
Oh, poor old Medusa. Could potentially could have tried surviving there, but again, it was very, very close. I do love in those moments when a player is seeking death and they offer up a high five, and they're like, I'm going to kill you. Are you going to high five me before you die? And they don't. Potentially could be... I mean, you technically high-fiving, you have to click a button, which could put you in a weird position, so I see why they don't high-five back, but...
You can bind a hotkey to it.
You could, but like, what if you misclick? You can try to right-click, but then you... Yeah,
well, then
I don't think pro players are
silly
misclicking a high-five, actually. I take that back.
All right. Tower will fall in the top lane here. Nightfall will start opening up the jungle. And you can see that they do have some wards set up to try to keep tabs. But while all this is going on, look at the cores on the side of EG for their net worth.
Yeah, EG are just not getting into these, earlier, scrappier fights, right? I think, in the previous game, they were a little bit more excited to either rotate or join some of these engagements. But in this game, they've done the play which basically sets up the map for farm, right? It's, give up their tier 1 tower with no contest, but then move yourself in the position where you can also defend your tier 2. Naturally in Dota, a tier 2 isn't pressured at minute 10. It's just nearly impossible with how strong the towers are. So it's like, sacrifice one tower, take the top tower, allow RTZ to farm triangle, put Arbid into a position where he skips waves, mode farm. Don't worry, don't do anything special. Kill them if they come. Utilize the fact that Puck skips waves, Luna hits triangle, Doom has a Midas Devour. Like, they don't actually have to do anything to find farm with these cores. Like, the farm's going to come to them. And that's why they're just not really trying to really do anything crazy.
Well, it's the idea of making them play into you, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times when you have something like a Tidehunter, who's very, very popular right now, it's you plunk a Tidehunter in a lane, and either he continues to pressure the tower and you do nothing about it, or you have to send everybody up there and force a fight into a Ravage, which a lot of... they don't want to do that,
Oh, Jerax, you beautiful, beautiful man.
What has Jerax done?
So,
okay. Well, he's going to die now.
Still beautiful, but just temporarily out of place. So basically, what is
There's 4 heroes there, though. They did attract a lot of attention. And this is opening up in the bottom lane because they don't have anyone to protect Rises. They'll kill the Medusa. I think it's perfectly fine for Jerax to die.
I agree.
For a Medusa.
I 100% agree. But the reason why I called such a man so beautiful was because he was farming aggressively, and heroes like Ogre Willow can't run into their own jungle to get him out, because Ench is pretty strong with the creep. And then he saw the smoke. He didn't have a vision of them, but he saw the effect at the very edge of his vision. So he waddled over a little bit to instantly break that smoke, and that's why they suddenly ran into the jungle to kill the Ench. So yeah, he did basically sacrifice himself, nearly got out, but yeah, very much just in a great position to stop any of this potential aggression, because Ogre Willow, these heroes, they don't AFK farm like a Snap and Ench do. Ench has a creep to farm jungle, Snap can get any wave that comes to her, but Ogre Willow, they need to find kills, otherwise they're kind of like aimlessly walking around the map trying to tank smokes. And you see that from the net worth as well, right? Like it's Ogre's up down the bottom, Snap slowly creeping away from the Snap fire with an extra 700, and Ench sure isn't really there, but of course you're sacrificing yourself a couple times to unlock everyone else.
And I mean, I think we expected to see this sort of lineup with the net worth. You have a lot of these heroes that have built-in farming. The Doom obviously having the Devour, often going for Midas. The Luna having the Moonglaves to bounce around. Abed is just, this is a world-class Puck. This is a guy who plays a lot, is very, very active. And the other side is just, they don't have that same mechanism to be able to get this farm. So looks like we'll get a cookie hop here in the bottom lane as Jerax and Crit are just gonna cut down Jubei slowly but surely. Although Shaggy, all right. Perhaps gone a bit too far. They get the sprites off, but there's too much burst damage, so Jubei will be allowed to live, and Shaggy will collect himself a nice kill.
Oh, poor old Jax once again going down, but like you kind of see there where Black and Yellow, I think they'll be kicking themselves a little bit right now, because they really wish they connected Void Spirit with Willow or Ogre a little bit early on. Maybe invite the triangle, stop Luna from hitting kind of that free farm, because now they're trying it a little bit later. They're in position, and now, well, again, a coil into Snap ult.
Coil into Snap ult.
Medusa died bottom to it. We get to see it happen again mid. Shaggy does go down.
The pressure's on. They want this mid tower. They're going to rotate quite a few people over while Arteezy continues to farm. Yeah. Try to defend, though, on the side of Black and Yellow.
No creep wave, so the 3 heroes of EG just stand mid lane, waiting for the next creep wave to appear.
They got a creep.
Now
they converted him to the cause.
No, my creep.
Just dig himself up a bounty rune, and this is, this is the wall, right? This is the big boy that you don't want to have to play into if you can avoid it for the time being.
Yeah, and I think the difficulty for Black and Yellow right now is they can feel the game and like the net worth on EG because they just smoked up. But again, guess who they ran into? Wait, if we skip the track. There we go.
Oh, Mr. Jerax again.
Back at it again with the smoke gang. Tank.
Right, tanking the gank.
Yeah, that sound made sense, yep. Look at him.
Yeah, he seems fine with this. He's like, okay, guys, I got it.
Like, I don't want to like oversell this, but like the fact that, you know, Jerax has now, the first time it was very much, you're so aggressively positioned, you're naturally going to find them, right? Mm-hmm. And then the bottom one was pretty cool, but then again, it's just like, when you're a hero like Enchantress and you have 3 farming cores who innately will just farm up, the only play that you have is to just be in a weird position, because if you're on your own side of the map, there's nothing to farm, there won't be any camps, Doom, Puck, Luna, like they're going to take everything.
From your cores, so if you do that, they'll be very angry.
I really wish Black and Yellow would see this though, and just try and evade their own jungle and try and occupy some of the Radiant space, because playing like this, they're giving Jerax that free way to go, haha, lol, I tanked some spells.
Nightfall's very, very speedy here. Does use the Doom on Shaggy, throws out the Hadouken, and that's going to be a dead high Shaggy.
CG farming up heroes and creeps. 6k gold lead now at 15 minutes. And couriers, sorry, I forgot couriers.
We've had a lot of couriers die this game.
A lot. I think what's happening right now for Black and Yellow is they're just a little bit worried about how much damage they can even provide in a fight, right? Like, we've mentioned how the idea of like, oh, what if they just try and make some moves? But realistically, Medusa won't be doing damage right now. Tidehunter equally so. And it's a lot of emphasis on Void Spirit Widow pretty much to be the damage source. Compare that to EG. All of their heroes in some type of way can contribute to these early skirmishes. And I think it has taken a little bit of time for Black and Yellow to find that confidence to, you know, cross the river and make a play. But now they're hitting the tier 1. The question is, EG, with Coil, with Snap Ult, are they potentially going to set this up? Or I feel like they're just going to let it go because, again, they're still free farming.
Yeah, you know, you can see that.
Oh, actually, they're
going
for
for it again. That's going to be the snap with the snap fire kisses, but just going to force them away. Mana shield totally depleted.
Yeah, I expected that to be a little bit quicker from EG. The idea of just, no, illusion rune. Very cool. Yeah,
Jerax, same spot every single time. This man is just, this is his part of the jungle. He likes it here.
But the cool thing here is the mini map. He's got, once Orange moves out the way, because Orange is blocking the sentry right now on the mini map, but still, he's put this like triple sentry warding, which is perfect to get every ward in the jungle. He's then moved in deeper after de-warding, placed that aggressive ward, so it's pretty much ensuring that this ward isn't going to be scouted out. But yeah, very much now, Black and Yellow finally, 15 minutes into the game, they take that mid-tier 1, allowing themselves to break into the Radiant jungle and get themselves a territory to farm up.
I have a question for you.
I might have the answer.
Oh, that's very exciting. We will see. So Tidehunter, right? You've got, you take a look at the items. He's not opting to go for a Blink Dagger here, it looks like. He's got the Aghanims queued up. Is this a situation that you agree with, that he should be having them play into him? Or it felt like the panel was saying, you know, they really kind of need that initiation because you have to have the Void Spirit be the one jumping onto the back lines.
Yeah, so how the game goes is like, if they were winning with Void Spirit popping off, getting like, you know, Yules, Ags jumping backlines, then Tide as well will help off, like, you know, overwhelm that. They can, you know, crush some fights. But when the game's this difficult, having a Blink Dagger on a core, it's like asking to have less damage in the fight, right? Like, you take away Blink, you get Ags instead. EG will happily run at you right now, right? Like, they have the heroes for it, they have the items. So I think, if anything, if Tide bought a Blink in this moment, it's going to make the game a lot harder because you're losing that tanky source or that damage source, right? So I think Ags is perfectly acceptable. Allow the Void Spirit or the Yoke to get jumped.
As we say that.
No!
You went for the Blink Dagger.
I actually really like the Ags. Just for
he'll go back for it eventually.
I liked it for the moment. So right now, I think I'm not going to enjoy this Blink potentially because it's going to be like a Blink in Ravage and then like where's the damage, right? But with an Ags, you can kind of offer up heroes and then allow the damage to come through.
Or they're not going to be able to blink at all because they use a Doom, they use a Dream Coil, and they give them the click. So
okay,
it's a dead zero.
But you know, in fairness, maybe that was actually a play on purpose because you know he's got the Blink Dagger. So if EG go Roche, he buys back, gets the blink, goes outpost, blinks in Ravage, bada bing, bada boom, contest get Aegis. That's not going to happen. EG's just going to get the Roshan for free. Moving on. How to grief your game 101 right there with a buyback for the 18-minute Roshan.
Yeah, no. No.
Oh, I actually really wish he went Ags. I think, yeah. Of course, narrative for Blink Dagger is the fact that you can sit further away in fog when you're playing against Doom. You don't really want to be in vision, therefore you hide. Suddenly you surprise. You didn't doom me, I ravaged you instead. So I respect that as well, but I just find it quite difficult now because you're going to have... You're putting all your eggs in the basket of Voice Spirit shutting down Snapfire damage, whilst Medusa eating through...
Oh, I don't think he was prepared for that, though. Oh my goodness, Shaggy getting too excited with that double damage rune.
It does make you look pretty cool with that blue effect.
No, it's not cool when you die like that.
Yeah.
Granted, he wasn't expecting everybody there, but
yeah,
a little bit too much risk in it for the biscuit.
So now you just see EG doing kind of the standard play of with Aegis. You just sweep aggressively throughout the map, kind of do the buddy system, everyone playing for each other. You see Doom playing next to Luna.
Oh, pops the BKB. We'll go for the Eclipse over onto Rises. Already can hear that Stone Gaze coming out. It's going to get frozen into place despite those BKBs, as the rest of the team is now coming into play. Looks like RTZ, he wanted the final hit onto now. Still going to get the kill, but that's going to be the Aegis that does indeed get popped. So the rest of the team, they're not really close enough. There it is, the Ravage. They should be able to lock down the Luna. Can she get out of there fast enough? They go for the Dream Core. The Snapfire Kisses, though, doing so much damage. Will take down Jubei first. And it looks like Luna, she's just not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe as they already take down Shaggy. But now they have Rises. Do they have anything to cancel out this TP? They do not. So this Medusa will survive and teleport back to the base.
Whew. Yeah, so EG kind of doing what they did in game 1, which was like Arteezy with an Aegis plus another core, playing so aggressive away from the team, kind of going, yo, Black and Yellow, do you want to kill us? We have this like Aegis and this great opportunity for you to, you know, pick off a couple cores. But this time EG, a lot quicker to react to that over-aggressive nature of Arteezy +1, and yeah, able to clean up simply because they're just, you know, massive net worth lead. But yeah, we're going to see the replay here. Arteezy's already lost the Aegis. The Blink Dagger showing why it could be cool, but again, it's the coil, the Mortimer Kisses, the combination of Abed and Crit, pretty much cleaning up this fight. And Arteezy still putting up a good little punch here and there, even though it was pretty low HP.
I don't think they expected that. The jump, yeah, you can hear the Ravage sound coming out again.
Also, Medusa only lived because the Doom missed on the Infernal Blade. So there was a 15% chance that Medusa would have died there. Very, very skilled actually. Very skilled Medusa, dodging the stun of the Doom, therefore also not dying in that engagement.
But they will jump again, and this time they have Doom. They've got quite a few things. As they threw out the Terrorize, but didn't affect Nightfall at all. He does have a BKB to keep him in the fight. So they'll clean up. There is no Tidehunter now to fight against this. However, they do clean up the creep wave a little bit, so they're going to have to wait and be patient for the next one to arrive.
And this is why Doom will always kind of have its moments within any patch. I think in Western Europe, Tundra really enjoyed picking up as well. It's just the idea that, you know, deleting a hero, what a great concept, what a great hero. Thing is though, people don't really complain about Doom. They complain about heroes like Marcy, Dawnbreaker, but not Doom.
Do you think people don't really complain about Dawnbreaker as much now?
Yeah, true.
A bit more balance. Marcy, I still hear plenty of grumbles about.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone truly complain about Doom. I know people getting Doom do, but like, you don't see a Doom and go, oh, Doom.
It's just not a super flashy hero unless he's in like a very specific person's hands. Nightfall looks very good. Whisper, also an excellent Doom player. But yeah, he's not the hero that you go, oh my god, unless he, you know, gets the Centaur Stomp and lands it on 4 people, and then you're like, oh, what a god.
And then the refresher with the Grimstroke, and then he's suddenly dooming everyone.
Oh my gosh, Doom's everywhere. Everybody gets a Doom.
Yeah, but again, going back to the hero a little bit here, the fact that, you know, Devour Midas, this is free gold. Shaggy.
Alright, they'll hold Shaggy into place. The Dream Court does have that Yules, though, for the defensive movement, but they'll follow up. Abed is already ready for it. They'll take their Frost Ogre and make their way to the mid tower.
Yeah, EG making sure this game they're playing a lot more concise. They're playing together. They're utilizing the supports to actually unlock each other. You know, Jarek's tanking these ganks, Snapfire giving the damage for the puck lockdown like they are. They've cleaned themselves up after game 1, that's for sure. They've had the good team talk. They've gone, lads, let's not let's not do that again. I mean, they probably said other words, but, you know, stay it for the stream-friendly words.
Yeah. We won't hot mic them here.
Not yet.
But Arteezy back at work, and we are starting to see this Medusa pulling away with her net lead.
Hello, mic test.
What's the reason?
1, 2, 3.
Bathroom. Oh, an honest pause. I respect that. Often the meta of pauses, you always just say mouse, mic,
Cat on fire.
anything like that.
Pizza at the door.
There we go. Thank you, Rises. You have to. You, saying bathroom, admins aren't going to allow such a break. You think at TI, you think, you know, Poppy needs to go for a pee? You think they're going to pause for Poppy pee? No. See, I called it. Mate,
Is this why Jenkins has never made it to a TI? Because he would probably just be like, I have very bad diarrhea, guys. I have to go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I was confused. When I see the honesty of a bathroom, even Crit was shocked. Like,
Hello,
I don't...
mic test. 1, 2,
Again,
3.
the pause meta equally as important as the tip meta, the chat wall meta, and fundamentally the Dota meta.
Very important.
And the camera meta with
Arteezy.
Arteezy's hairline. Oh, hi, Crit.
Nope, back to the hairline.
Not even in focus.
Yeah, that's... I mean, you can tell what's happening, right? You can tell that that's Arteezy's hair. Someone just doesn't have a video on. All right.
Oh, I legit thought that was a really muscly leg on the right-hand side. I was like, damn, this guy's been working out. It's a curtain. So
Yes, it is a curtain.
not a leg.
Is that just a bottle of milk in the background?
I mean,
Did you see that?
I don't know.
There's a bottle there.
Is that just...
Just a liquid in the middle of the floor.
That's chilling. Or maybe it's like he's about to clean the floors after the game. You know, once he sweeps away EG, he's going to mop up the floors. Oh, sorry. Got a bit of EG over here and there. Got to clean that up, wring it out.
There's a little bit of that NA Dota left over there on the side.
Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, big. Oh, they're just a little too slow. Abed's just too fast. As the follow-up, there it is, the Doom over on the Medusa. Shaggy taking a lot of damage from the other heroes over on the side. They'll go in for the Ravage. Will connect over onto one. They already got the Doom off, though, and Medusa is forced back. Shaggy does fold to Abed. As now, Hartor, Nightfall, following up over on Zero. He's already gotten that nice Ravage off, so he's just going to try to run away, try to be survivable, but takes too much damage. So he'll fall, and Abed gets himself a double kill by finding Danao.
Unfortunately, the bathroom pause not really working in Black and Yellow's favor here. Missing the crucial stun on the puck. But one of the weaknesses of the draft, as the panel did beautifully mention, was the fact that it is going to be difficult to lock down the puck within this game. It's pretty much Void Spirit versus the world.
I mean, you said it at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah,
He's like, you wanted to see Shaggy. Yes, it was you.
Oh.
You wanted to see Shaggy
sorry.
pop off. You are literally the youngest person on this broadcast.
Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
As the young one on the broadcast, I'll bring back the energy. Jax, once again, dying in the top side of the jungle. I don't know why I did that. Sorry, Foxy. I just got all animated.
Coming for my job. Thanks, Pete.
I just saw him, and it's flashbacks to playing 5 and dying like that.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say like flashbacks to Nom, and I'm like, you're the youngest person here. You can't make that joke, but look at this fast button clicking. Whee! Abed grabs it up and just boop. God, you saw Zero start to think
best
about
part
it.
Is I'm so happy for Black and Yellow that wasn't a Remnant and a Ravage.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a Ravage.
Like if that was literally both lockdown spells after he got out, then it's like, oh, that ain't gonna look.
That's highlight reel.
Yeah, I mean that would be a top 10 plays of the week on probably those YouTube channels that steal clips from Twitch streams and stuff. But anyway, but no, yeah, they didn't do it. Discipline on the buttons. But again, I think for Black and Yellow, if they do that type of move again, but they connect, completely different story. They're going to have to force out a buyback from Puck. They're going to be able to actually take that fight. But it's on them to set up the game in a way that they can present that smoke. It's pretty hard to be able to push out waves like that. Because, of course, Puck pushing out waves, Luna doing it equally so. So for Black and Yellow, they need to move in this huddle, get themselves in a position where they can get that really nice angle for a smoke, and then maybe it can go again. Because, you know, Medusa, second net worth again, like he is doing an extremely good job at keeping himself within the game. It's just, again, you need to be able to A-click, get a stun off and kill them, because right now they're not really doing the damage within the limited lockdown that Black and Yellow does have.
I've got the Deso online for Abed now. There's just so much minus armor on this team.
big fan of this build. You know, just a lot of puck players. I say nowadays, but it changes every other week. Just, you know, is it a Sanj and Kaya? Is it going to be some Agstar build, Witchblade, or is it just Yules, Octarine? But no, this is very much an aggressive style of I'm having a good game. I will be able to kill you if you're out of position. Gives them an extra little bit of tower damage. If they do get a 2 or 3 kills, Deso plus Luna, of course, will be ripping through the towers.
Yeah, Abed's had just an amazing game. 8-0 and 6. Been enabling quite a bit, setting things up, using that Dream Coil, so that way the Snapfire can drop the kisses. And that's just a tower for free.
Ooh, the fake smoke, the fake back actually. Oh wait, they're not going back in. Oh, it's like a rendition of the fake back as they sweep across Medusa. You can feel it. Get out. Is anyone who drew the line? Okay, that was pink.
They're going to regroup on the side of black and yellow. They suspect something's up, but they've also smoked up themselves.
Like, they know it's coming. Medusa literally just drew the line.
Out. Okay. Open up. The follow-up here from Nightfall gets the Doom off over on the Deuce. They have to go and burn her down fast enough, or else they're not going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot over on the back lines. They'll take down Rises. They'll be able to get the Dream Coil off. Abed plucking away here. Have their eyes on Shaggy. They'll get the kill. A great terrorize to push them away, but Abed does not care. He's got a haste rune, and he was chasing after Dunao. Oh, he goes for the cheeky play. He goes into the base.
Silence.
He's gonna wait patiently. There's the Waning Rift like we talked about. The follow-up coming in from Crit. Gets himself a double kill, and they'll find themselves a 0 if they can get over there. In fact, Crit giving them the whip says, get over there, Nightfall. Get yourself one. Get your high five and kill off the Tidehunter.
What's so crazy to me in that play is, of course, you know, EG is so far ahead in this game. It's really, like, every fight should go so well for them. But black and yellow, the Medusa, she drew the line going, yo, EG's smoking into me right now. Let's take the fight here. But then she still stayed there. Her team came, of course, Doom, fight's over. But black and yellow, they knew the play was coming. They just, unfortunately, in time, couldn't set up in a way that they could even muster any type of engagement, right? Like, when your Medusa is getting Doom straight away, you can't really follow up with the Ravage after, right? It's already kind of a lost fight. And, of course, Puck instantly then cut into the back line. So, yeah, unfortunately for black and yellow, every fight needs to be them dictating it with a smoke, under their own vision, with a really good Ravage. But when you're 24k down, you don't really have any vision on the map because you're getting chased down by a Puck. That is extremely difficult, and black and yellow are now pretty much playing for EG to make a mistake, because compared to game 1, this is a very flawless, you know, Puck-free farm, Ench tank all the ganks, play out a clean game, everyone else just gets real fat.
You know, sometimes the first game, you don't know if that's the first game of the day or not. You assume that they've had a warm-up, but you can have that throwaway pancake right at the start, and that's why we have these beast of threes here. Jerax getting slow, taunted right back in, so he is going to be the one to tank the gank. As Abed gets a little bit of vision using the orb, they'll drop Sentry on top of Sentry. The buyback now from Enchantress. Jerax, he wants to be a part of this fight. They do have the Ravage available, though, so Ryze is continuing to hit. Nightfall waiting patiently, does not have Doom for another 13 seconds. Another orb coming through, just continuing to keep tabs on this Roche. They have to approach it so carefully. All right, there it is. Gets off the Doom with a go-in, follows the Ravage, but they have the BKBs, and it's just so much damage that they're able to dump over onto Ryze's immediately. Luna gonna be able to go get the Aegis of the Immortal. 0 will fall, as now it looks like black and yellow just get cleaned up, and they call the GG. 32-10, 27k net worth lead. EG bouncing back from game number 1 and showing why they are one of the best teams in North America.
Yeah, a very clean game from EG.